guys, it's Raya and welcome back to my channel. It's time for my favorite video of the year, the best of makeup this 2023. So for foundation, it's still the Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. I really like this foundation because it's everything in one. It's medium to buildable. It is really good for all skin types and it can act as your concealer. It stays long on your face. The wear time is actually pretty good. I used this during events and it lasted for 10 hours. So I really like this one. However, it's a tad bit orange on me right now. So I usually mix this with my other foundation as well. However, that one is a new addition to my collection so I cannot put it here. But aside from the shade, this one is a really good holy grail status kind of foundation. Yes, it has a very high price tag, but you can actually justify that with girl math. If you use makeup every day, of course, you will go through this quickly, but if you just use this during special events, this will actually last you for a long, decent time. So it's worth every buck. I'm not gonna use that today though because I already featured that in my last video. So I will feature today my favorite skin tint for 2023, and it's this one. It's the Vice Cosmetics Blurrfection Skin Tint in the shade MO2 Beanie Beanie. This is actually a gift from my sister, and I believe it will turn 1 year this December 25 because this was a Christmas present, and I am almost through with this. I think I'm halfway with the skin tint, and I like to use this one during days where I just need a quick run through with my makeup, like a quick makeup look to step out the door, and I just want to look a little bit put together, but I don't want to look super glam. Like for example, if I go to the groceries or just step out for a quick errand, this is the base that I reach for. It is very skin-like. I can even use my fingers to blend it on my skin, and once it's blended, it just looks like your second skin but better. I don't have a favorite concealer just because I use my foundation as concealer. If you've been a long time subscriber of my channel, you know that I always do that. So I am actually searching for good concealers in the market within my budget range, but for now, we'll just have to forgo concealer and just make do with this. Also, honorable mention for the Barenbliss cushion. I really like that formula and the shade. It's super spot on with my skin tone. However, it runs out quickly, so I cannot 100% recommend it as a Holy Grail 2023 Hall of Fame makeup product, but I do like that cushion foundation. Switching back to this, the Vice Cosmetics Blurrfection Skin Tint. This is so good. It does have a very limited shade range, but I think you can get past that because it has very sheer coverage, like light coverage. So it will just blend with your skin, like so, like right now. Okay, so where was I? I just had dinner, so I got caught. So let's go back to my train of thought. Brows. With brows, I don't have any particular attribute that I'm looking for, so I am good in whatever form it may come, like in a pomade, in a pencil, or a powder form. The important part for me is that it matches my hair, especially since I like coloring my hair. But now that we're sticking, hopefully, to this hair color, it looks black on the camera, but in person it's more of a chocolatey brown. So that is always my prerequisite with brows. However, I cannot live without brow gel because it just helps my brows to be in place for the rest of the day. And I actually like this product from e.l.f. This is their Wow Brow Gel in the shade Taupe. This is cruelty free and vegan, so it's a little bit pricey because it's from the States. But what I like about this product is that it has fibers in it. I don't know if you can see. There we go. It has fibers in it, so if you have bushy brows, then you won't have any problem with the shaping of your brows because it deposits the right amount of fibers just to make it more voluminous. So on days when I am not really particular with brow shape and all that, I just run this through my brows, and that's that. The lazy brow routine. I'm just grateful that I am blessed with good brow hairs, so I can do that technique. However, I feel like this shade is a little bit cool toned for my hair color right now, so I'm just gonna finish this up and then I will switch to another brow gel. But for 2023, this is one of the best brow gels I have tried so far. It lasts long on my brows, it holds it in place, and it just tints it very beautifully. It distributes the product evenly, and with one quick snap, I have good to go brows. Next up is, I think, powder. Let me just get my powder, it's missing. So for powder, this is actually an honorable mention because it's fairly new to my collection, but this powder, the BLK Airy Matte Perfecting Foundation, is my go-to right now. I don't have my Barenbliss powder. That one was supposed to be my holy grail for 2023, but unfortunately, it's gone. It's dead. It's a tragic story. I was in a tricycle. I was commuting to my university to get my diploma and TOR, and then because it's very finely milled and very soft pressed, it smashed, and then it was like in its very fine powder form. So when I used it up, it's gone. It's scattered in the air, so it's gone. But that one is such a good powder. It makes your makeup last long. The longevity is A+++. It keeps your makeup in place without you making it look cakey and powdery. So I love that. But this one, the honorable mention, BLK Cosmetics, is also the type of finish. However, I find that this one is not completely matte. It has like shimmer particles in it. I don't know if you can see. It's not so visible in the camera, but with my naked eye, I can see shimmer particles. I don't know why, but it doesn't translate on my skin, in fairness. So what I like about this product is that it makes my skin really silky smooth, and of course it helps keep my makeup in place. Oh wow, my contact lens just moved. Anyway, I was scared. I thought I had a blood vessel erupting in my eyeballs, but that's just the contact lens. Going back, as you can see, it just sets the base in place and makes me look extra silky smooth. So I love this one, and it's also cruelty free, vegan. What else is this? Paraben free and all that good stuff. So it has SPF 20 also. I don't know if it's good for flash photography because of the SPF thing, but so far so good. Okay, so I'm looking ghost-like. Let's put on dimension on the face. My favorite contour, blush, highlighting palette, face palette. This is Detail Cosmetics Face Contour and Blush Volume 2 palette. This is also 1 year old this coming December, and I actually like palettes like this because it's all in one. You have your contour, your bronzer, your highlighter, and your blushes. I am a fan of that, especially if I can use every shade in the palette. So whenever I buy face palettes, I really make sure that I can use everything in it. So I do my research before buying it, and true enough, I actually use everything in here. However, I don't like this one. This is the finishing powder. I feel like it's too shimmery for a finishing powder. I mean, you will look like a tin man after. So I don't really use this as finishing powder. I use this as a subtle highlighter, and this one for glam highlight looks. Other than that, I enjoy using it, especially this blush shade. I'm just gonna show you. So this is my contour brush. I actually mix this both, so that's why I use every shade in this palette. But if I have to be specific, I just use one shade after the other. So instant cheekbone, not that I need it because I have like prominent features, but I just want to enhance that and to bring back the dimension on the face. So for the nose, I have a separate contour, so let's just stop right there. And then the blush. This is my favorite blush shade out of everything that I've tried. I find that it just makes me look so youthful. I think this one is because of the Dior blush that is becoming popular nowadays because of that angel look, and a lot of local brands have really tried to come up with their own version, so I am really thankful for that. And voila, baby doll pink blushes have been birthed into existence. So what I like about that shade is it just gives me that youthful rosy glow. I love it. Although this one is really good for like bronzy looks, so it just depends on your preference. I also have a separate favorite highlighter just because I am extra like that. 2023 has made me a highlighting type of girl. So for my nose contour, this is actually just exclusive for my nose contour. The Detail Clay Pen in the shade Craft. I am so in love with this product. This is the product that got me hooked into nose contouring. Like before, I am not a believer of nose contour, and with that, my nose contouring skills is not really the best, but because of this one, it just helped me appreciate the beauty of shadowing and knowing the proper contour placement. It's the perfect ashy shadow shade for your nose, and it just mimics the way the shadows look on your skin. It also is budge proof, so when you lay it down like that, it will stay until you decide to remove it. So make sure to do it one side at a time because it sets quickly. So this helps me fake that nose. This helps me define my nose so it looks pointy like that. So goodbye rhinoplasty, hello contour. So I think when this runs out, I will immediately repurchase this item because it's everything that I want for the nose contour and more. I hope that Detail will never tire of producing this product. So as you can see, instant nose. So for my favorite highlighter, I have this one from Wet n Wild. It's the highlighting powder in the shade Precious Petals. I actually have this theory that rose gold toned blushes look more natural on me than icy based highlighters like the one in the Detail Cosmetics palette. So I actually tested this theory before during 2019, I believe, with the BLK face palette. I actually love that highlighter in the Rouge palette. So that's the first time that I had this theory. So I just reinforced that hypothesis. So I bought this shade, Precious Petals. It has a rosy tone, bronzy glow to it. And I will prove to you that I am right. So, the design is very detailed. Like it has an embossed flower in it because precious petals, you know. And when I put that on my highest points, when I turn to the side like that, like boom, beaming highlighter, but not really stark and floating on my skin. Like it really blends well with my skin tone, but if I look straight on the camera, it's not that visible. I actually like that type of highlighter, and because it's a shade that is closer to my skin tone, it just really enhances that natural glow, but it's beaming. So with highlighters, the trick is to find something that will suit your skin tone. Just because they use highlighters that are very popular doesn't mean that it will immediately work on you. Of course, you have to factor their skin tone, their skin type. So this is where makeup becomes personal. So as you can see, it just looks like I have a natural glow from within. Looks like I have 8 hours of sleep every day, but that's just makeup. The power of makeup, guys. Okay, so I can build this up to be glamorous, and I can just make it subtle. So it depends on my mood. But either way, it still looks skin-like. That's the trick. Eyeshadow. Of course, this is my baby for 2023. My splurge makeup product. Natasha Denona Bronze Palette. I have been in love with this ever since it came out. So when the Sephora sale went up before my birthday around March, I immediately grabbed this because 1, I deserve it. 2, it's my money. And I am just really curious as to how high-end eyeshadow performs. Particularly this brand, Natasha Denona. It's actually for me, a luxury item already because it's like a very high price tag. So I really wanted to test it out. And so we shall. This is the first shade, Ridge. This one. And I must say, it is really different from cheap eyeshadows, like cheap eyeshadow palettes. The formula is very consistent, it's very even, and the color payoff, as you can see, that's just a few taps, but the color payoff is beyond your wildest dreams. It's long lasting even without eye primer. It blends seamlessly, especially since Natasha Denona curated this as like a bronze palette, so it's more like monochromatic type of thing using sundown. And I just love that whatever color combination that you pick in this palette, you will come up with a seamless look because it's a color story that is familiar with everyone. This is a warm tone palette, so if you are not particular with warm tones, then you won't enjoy this palette. Okay, I have a favorite pigment glitter fix gel. I use this even though the shadows in here are pressed shimmer shadows, but there's something with Natasha Denona shimmer shadows that is like glitter shadows, so I always use this before picking out a shade. So I'm just gonna try Bliss for today. And this just makes everything stick more to my eyelids and no fallout, and also it enhances the shine of the shadow, if that makes sense. So I love this glitter fixing gel. I mean, the Natasha Denona shimmer shadows absolutely can be used on its own, like it doesn't need any help, but you can always use everything in your tool just to make it look extra. Did you see that? That's so pretty. It's very duochromatic, like the pink and gold shift. Love that effect. Okay, just a tidbit, tiny detail. I'm just gonna take deep dive and let this act as my eyeliner. I am not so particular with eyeliner. I use everything in my tool or kit, so an eyeshadow will do, a pencil will do, or what you call this, a liquid liner will do, just so it can have something on the lash line, like a definition. Okay, so moving on, curling my lashes with the Innisfree curler. Love this. It is fitting for Asian eyes. Hey, my camera just died. Where were we? Lashes. This is a new favorite, but it's a holy grail. The Lash Sensational for Maybelline Sky High Mascara. Let me just tell you, the powers of this mascara are incredible. Number one, it makes my lashes long. It gives my lashes volume. This is actually the mascara I used for my year-end party, and I didn't need any falsies. I just went in with like 4 coats of this mascara and it's good to go. And there was one time I used this mascara and I cried. It didn't budge. It's still there. I didn't have raccoon eyes. My lashes remained black as the night. And I have no mascara streaks on my face. Very powerful mascara. We're almost done. For lips, I love this one from Strokes Cosmetics. This is the best lipstick for now. This one. I mean, this is a nude shade in Contessa. I don't know why it's not available on their Lazada and Shopee sites. So I am scared it will get discontinued. But this is so good. It's actually long lasting on the lips, especially if you don't eat or drink in between. But even if you will, it will fade gracefully and naturally. So you won't be left with like ghost lips. So Strokes Cosmetics, please bring it back. I still need the other shades. So for peachy type of, wait, let me just show you. There we go. For peachy nude shades, Strokes Cosmetics is my go-to. For rosy type of shades, wait a minute. For rosy type of shades, I have this one from Sunnies Face in the shade Bunny. So for pinky looks, I love that. For red, we have this one from Romand. The red look. That one. But this year, what captured my heart most was this lip balm. This is just a lip balm, guys. It's the Omi Menturm Lip Dress Tint in the shade Bordeaux. It's just a tinted lip balm. But because of this, I have come to appreciate juicy lips, dewy lips. So who is she? I am not a matte girly anymore. I mean, I still enjoy mostly matte lips, but when it comes to dewy lip looks, this is my go-to. I love this because it's very lightweight on the lips. It doesn't stick whenever I do this, unlike lip glosses. And my hair doesn't stick into the lip balm, and it just helps nourish my dry lips with color, so I don't worry if it's gone. It will actually stain my lips, and it's wonderful. And I'm into that sheer lip look nowadays, that natural clean girl aesthetic. I love that. So I am thoroughly enjoying the lip balm life. But of course, for my lipsticks, these are my warriors. So I think we're done. That's everything for my 2023 makeup holy grails, makeup favorites, the best of the best. This 2023, I really love making this video because it's just a culmination of whatever I tried for this year, and I am actually excited to share it with you so that you can try it out. And I know that not everything will be your preference, but I feel like I have good recommendations here, so I am actually curious if you're going to try this, comment down below or message me on my Instagram, my Twitter, and we can talk and fangirl about these makeup products. So yeah, that completes this video for the day. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I hope that you will still watch my videos next year, 2024. Bye guys. Peace out.